Welcome back once again, everybody, to the Houston Texans Madden 21 Rebuild franchise. As we approach the 100th episode in the series, we still have not gotten this team to a Super Bowl, let alone actually winning it. We've gone through a lot of interesting chapters in this series, and they haven't had many happy endings for this team. But I do feel like we're still in a position where we have a chance to compete for a Super Bowl. And today's episode is going to be a bit more of a throwback to what you might have seen in some of my past rebuilds, where we sim a major portion of the schedule and try to get through things a little bit quicker. This series, I have watched more games, we've moved at a slower pace, and at times that makes sense. But now, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl before Madden 22, and the team hasn't changed dramatically either. A big reason why we slow down is to see more about these players and to actually watch them play. But very little has changed. Even though we've lost a lot of players, we've replaced them with some players we're familiar with. I suppose we have some new players on the team now. Kurt Reiner's in Chicago, so we signed linebacker Jermaine Wilbon. We signed safety Terrell Burgess. Nobody had signed him through preseason, so he's going to start at safety. We have the rookie Traylon Alexander out of Minnesota. But I feel like it's time to make a change with this team. And I talked about this at the very end of last episode. Today I want to trade Justin Johnson and try to add a dominant outside corner that can be with this team for years to come. Justin Johnson was a player that we signed only because we had so much cap space his contract fit. He is one of the most versatile players in the entire league, as he can play any defensive line position that exists in the game of football. Nose tackle, 5-tech, 3-tech, doesn't matter. He can do it all. At 6'4", 287. He has double-digit sack potential, great run stopper. He's never really been the elite pass rusher, and I think as he continues to play into his 30s, he's just going to become even more of a primary run defender. And while I think he's a really good player, we have 4 other defensive linemen, and I think it's time to trade this depth for somebody who can help us out in the secondary. By the way, I wanted to check on this, I forgot. Jair Alexander tore his Achilles late last season. Some wanted me to sign him because he would be good to go by the beginning of the season. No, he's not playing until week 16. So that's why we never offered him a contract. Here are the current top cornerbacks in the league. Alfonso Gresham and Eddie Hickman are both 98 overall. Gresham is 29, Hickman is 30. Quan Baskett plays for the Titans. We're not making a trade with them. Keelan Simmons for the Falcons is 28 years old. Then there's Devontae Thompson from the Buccaneers, who's 6'2", 93 overall, 28 years old. Devion White from San Francisco, 93 overall. So pretty much every team is going to have high interest. There was actually one team that had medium interest, the Bengals. They need a left end, and they're only somewhat interested in Justin Johnson. I suppose they have pretty good defensive ends, but that's strange. I say we start by trying to trade for perhaps the best cornerback in the league. Alfonso Gresham is in his 9th season out of Iowa. He has superstar development, an elite man cover corner. Now, I do prioritize zone coverage, but it's at 86, which is solid, with 95 press and 99 awareness. And if you look at all the best cornerbacks in the league, they almost all have better man coverage than zone anyway. There are just more top-tier man cover corners in the game. So a 98 overall defensive end for a 98 overall corner. Both are on 1-year contracts right now. I say we offer this trade just straight up and see if we can get a deal done. And the trade is complete. A top-tier defensive lineman for a top-tier corner. We get the boost we were looking for to begin the season. So what's going to happen here then, as Gresham and Lynn Cox end up being your outside corners, when we go nickel then, we'll have Lynn Cox play the slot as he has for 6 years, pretty sure, in the series. and Alexander goes to the outside where he'll get experience right away as a rookie. This ensures we won't have this significant drop off in the secondary, losing corners and safeties. This helps us big time here for the 2031 season. A couple things I'm looking at here before we dive into the games. How's the running game going to perform? I think we have a pretty good offensive line. I want to know if Robert Penn is still going to be a good starter at 30 years old. And I also want to see Frank Banyard get some playing time because of that big play upside with the 96 speed. Penn didn't have a run longer than 17 yards a year ago, so I'll be paying a lot of attention to that. And defensively, you hope our pass rush stays elite, and that the addition of Alfonso Gresham ensures we don't see significant regression in the secondary. Let's get into it. We win a close one in week 1 over Tennessee. Big division win to start the season, 26-24. Close game the entire way. Showdown Roseman, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Doug Ward, much better than the last time he took this team on. Robert Penn, 55 yards on 16 carries. Banyard, more efficient, 37 yards, 4.1 a carry. In the air, George Ingram picking up where he left off in the preseason with a touchdown and 88 yards. Cassius Fowler, 82 plus the touchdown. And Amari Jones, 770 plus the touchdown. Alfonso Gresham, 12 tackles in his Texans debut. We picked up a couple sacks with Beverly and Ferris, and a pick for Lynn Cox. Week 2 does not go well for the Houston Texans, dropping this game 35-14 against Denver. Gregory Batten, the rookie, playing just his second career game, has 5 touchdowns and no picks. Is that a sign of things to come for this secondary? That is a really bad performance. We didn't run the football all that well. Again, Banyard more efficient on just 3 carries. Ingram has a really nice day once again. Fant scores 3 times, so tight ends still giving us problems. And Jerry Jeudy found the end zone. They even picked up 4 sacks in this game. 2 picks as well. Complete win here for the Denver Broncos. Scouting the top players in this upcoming draft class. I can get back to scouting the entire first round again like I prefer to. And the top 4 players are all first round talents. Daniel Bost, wide receiver, is currently the #1 player. Then Eric Kershaw, early first round talent at edge rusher. John Franklin, a speed rusher from UCLA, is an early first round talent. And George Knox, another early first round talent pass rusher. The Texans bounce back, defeating Doug Ward again, 35-25. Big day for the offense. 3 scores for Roseman, 3 for Doug Ward. Robert Penn, 103 and a touchdown. Very good game for him. In the air, Cassius Fowler, 10 for a $112 and 1. Joey Valentine finds the end zone. George Ingram does as well. Paul Sears, 5 for 50. For the defense, Jabari Carr gets 2 sacks, Stephon Ferris gets 1, and Alfonso Gresham intercepts Doug Ward, his first as a Houston Texan. That takes us into the early bye week here, and here's a look at what we have to think about for contracts this season. Last year was tough, but get ready for this year because it's Showdown Roseman's contract season. He's looking for $202 million over 6 years. That is an average of $33.6 million with a signing bonus around $100 million. Stephon Ferris is also a free agent, but Dre Tatum is going to be another key free agent at just 24 years old, and I think that he has earned an extension. It's a big one here for a safety linebacker hybrid. Jabari Carr is going to be a free agent, Daniel Blue, Leslie Good, Lynn Cox. So a couple big deals here to potentially get done. Looks like Cassius Fowler is off to a fantastic start again this year. Just want to boost the blocking again. maybe every 3 upgrades or so, I'll decide to do this just because I think it might help a little bit. Get that run blocking to a 70 maybe. Adrian Payton becomes a 70 overall safety now as we continue to work on that run stopping a little bit. And continuing to develop the defensive line depth, we have Michael Arnett with a run stopping upgrade here. Doctors have cleared Montrell Russell 3 weeks early here with this wrist injury. We're going to give Russell a chance to play through injury here. I want to see if he can make an impact for this team. We put up some big points in this matchup coming out of the bye to move to 3-1 on the season. 42-21 over New Orleans, 3 more scores for Showdown Rosemond, and Robert Penn rushes for 2 touchdowns, Frank Banyard 42, plus the touchdown as well. George Ingram, every week, he puts up a performance like this. Armani Fowler has a big day, so does Calvin Johnson. And we didn't really have a standout outside of George Ingram in this game. Blue had 2 catches, Banyard had 2 catches. This is a lot for the backfield here. Blue, Banyard, and Penn. Let's see, that is 109 just to the running backs. And then Russ Watson. That's the offense that we're expecting to see. They should have a lot of big plays. They should have a lot of points. Terrell Burgess gets an interception. We pick up a couple sacks. I mean, 42-21 is something we should be capable of a few times a year. Let's check on this injury, though, see what happened in Week 5. And Montrell Russell is returning early, that's right, but Alfonso Gresham suffers a knee injury. So we make the big move, and now he's going to miss 5 games, and that's going to put some extra pressure here on this defense. That means Traylon Alexander plays an even more key role in this matchup, and we have to try replacing one of the best corners now. I really don't think we can win this game scoring under 30 points. The Bengals have a really good offense. Both teams are 3-1. I think this ends up being a really high-scoring game. Breakout opportunity, though, and this is going to be for George Ingram. He wants to be an X factor. We'll see if he can do it. Cincinnati shut us down. 7 points, 219 of offense. Joe Burrow didn't have a huge day, but his defense did. Rosemond was intercepted twice and sacked 4 times, completing just 46% of his passes. Neither team did much on the ground. And George Ingram still had a good game, even though the team did not. Burgess picked up another interception. He has a couple this season. And the Texans dropped to 3-2. I kind of expected that to be a loss for us. So we're 5 games in. AFC South, very competitive. Everybody over 500 right now. Just want to do a stat update and check on some things, as we have the 27th ranked offense right now and the 4th defense. So I wanted to see how good of a rushing team we would be, and right now we're just average. And when it comes to passing yards, we haven't really put up those big days. We've had some big scoring outputs, but yardage-wise, we're not doing great. So we made the big trade for Alfonso Gresham. He's missing a chance now to play his former team, but we are going to be facing Justin Johnson now for the first time. This year, Johnson has 3 sacks to go with 14 tackles, and now gets to play against us. It's a close one, but the Texans come out with the win 28-25. We get 3 more scores from Showdown Rosemond. He scores like 3 every time we win. Connor sacked 5 times in this game. Not much here on the ground as Banyard outperformed Robert Penn. I'd like to maybe give Banyard a couple starts to see what he can do on more volume. Ingram scores twice, might earn X Factor this year just with the stats. Hillhouse picks up 2 sacks, Carr, Wilbon, and Ferris all get sacks. And Dre Tatum gets an interception. Anything for Justin Johnson today? 5 tackles, none for a loss, nothing. He had a catch allowed. They dropped him in coverage once at least. Well, big injury decision now. We already brought back Montrell Russell. Now Alfonso Gresham. We have 3 games upcoming, 2 of them against good teams. Gresham coming back early. His speed would drop to 78. I have no idea what that would mean for simulating. But because that rating is low, I'm not going to bring him back. Let's see what we got here for a breakout. Dre Tatum. So another opportunity here to get to X Factor. Forcing 3 turnovers is not impossible. We could definitely pull that off. New injury though. What happened this week? Ferris is out now with a ruptured disc. So 2 key injuries suddenly for the defense. Montrell Russell, though, fully recovered, did not have a setback with the broken wrist. Up to 85 overall at normal development his entire career. Not too bad. I do think Gordon Ramsay has a chance to start next year. I just have no idea what the team's salary situation looks like if we bring back both Tatum and Roseman. So we might end up having to play a couple more players who have been backups for most of their careers, like Daryl Lehman. And I do intend to re-sign Shadon Roseman. Wouldn't mind seeing that throw power get a little bit stronger. It's at 90. That's still a pretty good upgrade, even though he didn't get it. Alright, big stretch here. We did not bring back Alfonso Gresham early, and we're playing 2 games against the Colts without him. One of the most important stretches of our season. No problem in Week 8 as Houston wins 35-17. 138 rushing yards today, with Roseman again throwing 3 touchdowns in the victory. Not getting a ton of passing yards, but we get the job done, intercepting Baker Mayfield a couple times. Robert Penn had 14 carries, and so did Frank Banyard. I did make Banyard the starter. I like how they split the carries, though. Both had pretty good days. Penn was more efficient. And Russ Watson running the fullback dive here in the simulating. I like it. Receiving now, Amari Jones, 50-1. Fowler scored twice. George Ingram, 4 for 40. Might be his lowest output game of the entire season. We didn't have a sack in this game, but 2 picks for Montrell Russell and Dre Tatum. Well, we got 2 takeaways. Tatum got 1 of them, but it wasn't enough to actually get him to X Factor. This might be the best center class I've ever seen. We have J.R. Richardson, a mid-first round talent, Ian Schmidt, early first round talent, and Philip Jenkins, early first round talent. Cassius Fowler up to 82 overall. A lot of upgrades here for vertical threat. Good route running boost and some run blocking even. Close loss to the Chargers, but they do pull off the upset 31-28. They had just 2 wins entering this game, and quarterback Luke Stallings had a really solid performance. 292 yards, 3 touchdowns. Justin Herbert is now the backup. Shadon Roseman, 4 touchdowns, sacked 5 times. Robert Penn, 9 for 41, outperformed Banyard statistically. Ingram scored, Fowler did twice, it just was not enough. Now Banyard is frustrated. Well, I'm trying to get him some carries. We'll see here in Week 10 if we can get him a few more, as I think I want to watch this game. This is one of the big games here on the schedule. We have right now a first place tie, top of the division, but a win over the Colts gives us a nice sweep. And then maybe we wrap up the regular season next episode. That would be pretty quick. Roseman has 22 touchdowns on the year and 6 interceptions as we've become more of an average offense in terms of yardage. The running game is still giving us 4 yards a carry. You'd like to see more with how much we've put into this offensive line, but just doesn't seem to work out for us. George Ingram's having a really big season, and we'll see this defense now. Missing Alfonso Gresham, missing Stephon Ferris. Can they help us pick up a big win against Indianapolis? Remember, the Colts now have Baker Mayfield at quarterback. I guess they never wanted to play Mitchell Holiday. And they're trying to add to all of these banners here. And they're going to need a win against us today, or we sweep this series. Let's get it going. We'll start with the football here. Hoping for a fast start with Showdown, Rosemond, and the offense. Starting at the 25-yard line. Two superstar linemen to the left helping lead the way, and this is a 2-yard pickup for Penn. I do want to see a lot of Banyard today. Penn is a much better third down back, so that's why he's getting more snaps. On second down, the pass is out to Cassius Fowler, and he picks up the first down. A bunch formation on first down, and a 4-man rush. Staying clean in the pocket. Pass caught by George Ingram for a gain of 9. It's a play fake now, and the pressure's getting to Rosemond a bit too quickly. Otherwise, probably could have checked that one down. So we go from second and short to third down and long. And while this game is going on, big matchup down below, Jacksonville and Tennessee. Got to get 11. And Rosemond never saw anything open downfield as Rashad Walker is shaken up. The Colts start with a run, and it is not going to get anything. A loss of 1 with Allen Beverly there. From the 30, it's 3rd and 8. And the pass from Mayfield is right on target to Daniel Hills. So we have Jadarius Oliver getting more playing time now. This secondary is nowhere near as good as past secondaries we've had in the series. And they'll run it inside on first down. Nice run, Josh Jacobs into the secondary. 14 yards. Setting up the screen pass now. Nice play out in space. We missed watching Dre Tatum for a few episodes, especially in that playoff matchup. He's a difference maker. Here's 3rd down and 14 with pressure from Beverly, and down goes Mayfield. Nice job by the pass rush again. Here is Frank Banyard getting the carry on first down, and he is stopped immediately. Colts get aggressive now. It's a deep ball on second down. Incomplete for Amari Jones. I suppose we're cheering for Tennessee down below because we already swept them. So we're not concerned if they are tied with us. But the Colts have stopped us on the first 2 possessions. They'll toss it outside on first down. And Dre Tatum can't make the play, but he slows down Jacobs. So Carolina's doing pretty good this season. They're 5-3 after the trade for Justin Johnson. Another screen. Tatum's out there to make the stop. 4 of 5 for 7 yards. Then you have New England as a team to beat this year at 7-1. All right then. How are the Jets doing this year? Mayfield launches downfield. That one is caught. Had to come back for it. And the catch is made in front of the rookie, Traylon Alexander. Mayfield heads to the air again. Caught on the outside. First down. And that is Donovan Young. Indy takes it down into the red zone. Dumped off here inside the 10. Gain of 5. Defense trying to get the red zone stop. It's 3rd down and 5. Mayfield underneath and out of bounds goes Young. 4th down, they're going for it. I love the call here, trying to get the first points. We're going to press the receivers, and Donovan Young scores the touchdown. Too easy. Colts score first. Good start for the Colts here in the first quarter as we get a first down running the football to start this drive. Like seeing that. And then 10 yards to Cassius Fowler. I think he has a real shot to get to 1,000 yards this season. We'll take it inside the red zone in response to the Colts touchdown. And on 3rd down and 3, we got the Fowler touchdown to tie the game. Colts take over. They're stuck on 3rd and 15. Mayfield throws 3 consecutive incompletions, and then they punt it short. Ooh, 3rd and 9, only gets 6. That's a 3 and out. Now the Colts putting something together again. Mayfield having a pretty good first half against our defense. Josh Jacobs, he's always solid, but then Dre Tatum gets the interception. I did not think we were drafting a star player when we took him. I don't think I've done a great job at like drafting elite safeties or hybrid players like that. Touchdown Robert Penn. We strike quickly here in the 2-minute drill to take a lead going into halftime. Wait, never mind. 52 yards. Come on. It's the Henry Ruggs touchdown all over again. All right, we pick up the action now. 3rd quarter. Frank Banyard just got us a gain of 6. Paul Sears gave us a gain of 16. So we are in business in Colts territory. And we're heading to the air with Rosemond on 2nd down. He'll fire across the middle and finds Amari Jones, who really took over the end of last year. The Titans are winning down below. I do prefer that, so okay with if that score holds. 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter, and the pass is caught by Robert Penn for 4 yards. Around the edge, Rowland as the pass is caught, and this penalty is thrown with perfect timing for roughing the passer. Here comes Jones on 1st down. Again, Rowland around the edge and sacking Rosemond back at the 20. And that sets up a long 3rd down. How could we possibly get a first down without scoring? I would be more impressed if that happened. Here is Rosemond. Throwing it away. We'll add, hopefully, a field goal. On to the 4th quarter. The Colts just picked up 2 consecutive first downs to start this drive. So Baker Mayfield from the 49 launches up top and finds a man who has it knocked away. Alexander punched it out. That's an awesome play for the rookie. Mayfield underneath. Missed tackle, but then stopped at the 41, shy of the marker. This is 3rd down and 2. Easy first down for Josh Jacobs, up to the 36. With no Stephon Ferris, we're playing Daryl Lehman at left end. I think he's our best pass rusher off the bench. Pass caught inside the 30 now for a gain of 7. Running left now, and another first down for the Colts. Barnett's gotten 7 carries. Jacobs, I think, 6. Dre Tatum in the middle of the defense now on 1st down. Mayfield over the middle, intercepted. Dre Tatum has it. He's going to run this one to the 30 and get taken down. 2nd interception of the game. What happened here on the 4th pick of Dre Tatum's season? He's right in the middle. I saw him covering that inside receiver. That's Hills. We have Hillhouse with the pressure, and perhaps it's Barnett here impacting the throw. I am pretty sure that's what happened. Otherwise, this is going to number 19 here, and that could have also been picked off. Would have been a really close play. But we get the football now up by 1. Let's see if we can add on some points. 2 picks on the day for Dre Tatum, and now 1st down. It's a run. Banyard hit down. Rosemond on 2nd down, throws off his back foot and gets it out to Cassius Fowler to pick up 4 yards. So just like in the simulating, we're not really seeing a high-flying offense getting a bunch of yards. Roseman on third down just pressured and throws it away. 7 minutes to go, trying to protect the lead. Mayfield downfield with it and overthrown. Do not even call that pass interference. You've got to be kidding me. That's not even close to interference. Putting your arm in front of the receiver is fine. It's impeding their movement to a noticeable degree that gets a penalty. Come on. That is not pass interference. So the Colts are already at our 31-yard line in range to tie it, as that is a gain of about 4. Around the edge, here is Lehman. Kind of lost it there at the very end, and Mayfield throws it away. He has passed the ball 39 times today, and now it's 3rd and 5. Dre Tatum, bottom of the screen. Mayfield deep and overthrown. Is that pass interference too while we're at it? Come on. So 5.5 to go. Colts get down the field thanks to a gift and tie the game. You know, one of the reasons why I really enjoy these rebuilds is because it's an even playing field with our team and the CPU team. There's not that human element controlling the players that will throw off the balance of the game. But it sure feels like we're on the wrong end of a lot of these penalties and bad calls. How's that the case? George Ingram has 2 catches. What's going on? Robert Penn gets a couple yards. Throw it to George Ingram. I guarantee they're not covering him as well as the stat sheet would indicate. There's no way. 3rd down and 3. Caught on the outside. And that's Jones. So you got crunch time football here today. We're inside 4 minutes. Tied at 17. Texans driving. Although these unblocked edge rushers are destroying our rushing attack. Going empty and throwing on 2nd down. That's caught! Robert Penn with a nice reception, taking us to the edge of field goal range. Tennessee still leading in the 4th quarter down below, but our game is going to finish first, as Banyard just cannot get space. There's always someone to meet him at the line. Might just have a bad rushing scheme for this defense or something to be constantly hit by unblocked defenders. Wide open is Fowler. Very soft defense. All right, you want to take up time here and take this to the end. How about this effort from Frank Banyard? Up to the 20, despite again being met at the line of scrimmage. All of that after contact. Helping Robert Penn stay fresh, too. This might be a good role for Penn. Up the middle with a powerful surge. But this will lower his carries. 6 to 8 a game. Give a few more to somebody else. He still gets 3rd down back snaps. He still gets the ball thrown his way. But now you add Banyard and some big play upside. I don't think it makes sense to give any running back 20 to 25 touches if they don't have big play upside. You just have to have that chance. Banyard doesn't go far on these last 2 carries, so 3rd down, I'd love to see us throw it to George Ingram. But it looks like we're going to be playing it safe instead. 3rd down and 10, Russ Watson is in the game. And we do run it again. Wide open space. That is a touchdown for Frank Banyard. Finally, a well-blocked rushing play. And Banyard puts the Texans in front. All right, how do we do it? We're running to our best side here, the left side. Becton moving the defensive end. Good double team here. Nelson gets into the 2nd level. Watson takes care of this outside defender who attacks at a very strange angle. Safety doesn't get a good read on the play either. That's easy right there. All right, Colts, no timeouts. Don't let them do what they did before halftime. Down 7, Mayfield dumps it off on first down, and that is going to be out of bounds at the 40. Pressure around the edge, Mayfield deep, this one's caught against Alexander. They hurry up at the 34 with 42 seconds to go. Pocket clean, to the outside, it's caught, and going down, inbounds. 21 seconds to go for Indianapolis. Got to take a shot here. At the sideline, out of bounds. Please keep the safeties deep. Don't mess around here. Mayfield has time, dumps it off. This could be it right here. Gave him the free yardage. They took it, and that is going to be your ball game, everybody. The Texans hold on. They win it 24-17. And we have again swept the Indianapolis Colts, getting us a step closer to a playoff return. Mayfield had 326 yards as Roseman put up 221, and this is a stat line extremely similar to what we've simulated today. Sometimes we sim games and it's like, man, if we watch, there's no way that would happen. And then sometimes it happens. Like that game we couldn't score a touchdown last season. Banyard, 66 yards on 16 carries. I like this split. I think this works. Fowler, 7 for 76, or 67, my bad. Amari, 5 for 55. I don't know how this happened. And then defensively, I mean, I think we all know how much of a difference maker Dre Tatum is. Give him the money. Oh yeah, I forgot that Frank Banyard was frustrated and then scored the game-winning touchdown, so morale's going up. And while we're at it, we are going to offer Dre Tatum this contract. I won't make any changes to the offer and won't need to. Dre Tatum, 6-year extension. He's that good. Already a career high in interceptions, making such a huge impact, especially these last 4 games. So those are the salaries now. Pretty high paid safety / linebacker. A new injury from this game as well. That's been a reoccurring theme, and Rashad Walker has a torn labrum. So we're missing 3 starters right now, and that's going to mean that at right guard we're going to play Gordon Ramsay. And I think he has a chance to start there next year just by default. We have Walker's deal expiring, and Ramsey will have 2 more, or 1 more year, I think. So there's a chance he just ends up being the starter next year. Alfonso Gresham is coming back for next episode and this final stretch to the postseason. I'm glad we were able to play good enough defense without him. But now we get Kansas City, 2 games against Jacksonville. We are tied for first place, but of course have that tiebreaker over the Titans with those 2 early season wins. So a pretty good start to the year. We went 9-7 a year ago. We're 6-3 now. And next episode, I suppose we'll see if we can punch that playoff ticket and how far we can go. Let me know if you enjoyed today's episode and you liked simming most of the year and then watching a game play out. Got through 9 games today. Really nice progress. Plus, we won 2/3 of the games. That's always a big positive. Here are the stats, though, ending the episode. Roseman, I think, is having a pretty solid season. Robert Penn, 525 yards as he dips under 4 yards a carry, and Banyard stays there. George Ingram, still averaging well over a pace to get over 1,000 yards again. Should be able to rebound from last year. Fowler, just under a 1,000-yard pace. And defensively, Jabari Carr, 8 sacks, Ferris, 4.5, Beverly, 4. Hillhouse, maybe taking a step back this season. But not Dre Tatum. He's legit. That's it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave your feedback down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the action, and subscribe to the channel. That helps the videos be seen more. It helps with the algorithm, so I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.